As we entered the entrance hall, we were met by 7 other students. Elke and Fritz were, of course, there, but other than that, I saw Marcel, Enigma, Astrid, Luca, and Antoni.
Ah, I see you got Enya out of her room. Sorry to bother you, Enya.
It's okay. We have Zoe with us now.
Why are you all gathering in here again?
Well, since we're doing a group meeting and you two refuse to move yourself, then we had to come to you.
Well, what if we don't want you around here?
Then just leave. No one's stopping you from leaving.
You think you are so smart.
Such rubble isn't moved easily. The twins have truly partaken in the most Herculean of challenges. I, of course, could do it easily, but I wouldn't rob them of the glory.
Luca posed dramatically and pointed at the mountain of debris.
You know, Enigma? What? Isn't it kind of comforting knowing you're not the weirdest person in the room?
Astrid pointed at Luca. Luca just posed at her, hiding his eye behind one of his hands and chuckling.
Oh, do not tease me, younglings. An ancient hunter such as I doesn't get affected by trivial insults, and therefore—
Heyo! Accompanying Zale were Jack and Sigrun.
Don't ruin my monologue!
Mono what?
Zale tilted her head.
Never mind.
Luca seemed to be pouting, but I didn't want to address it.
So, everyone is meeting up here? Finally, all of us can have a good talk.
Jack sat down on one of the rocks, looking over the group with calm and composed eyes. Sigrun, on the other hand, didn't say anything as she entered. She stood up against the wall by herself, keeping her eyes on the others.
Who are we missing?
Enigma turned towards Marcel, a question mark appearing on his helmet.
Well, I sent Liam out after the rest, and Scarlett was sent to, persuade Adriana to join us. So, I guess Liam is having a hard time with Victor.
Marcel would adjust his hat slightly and just sit down on a rock.
If you are to be here, can you at least not sit on the rocks? We are trying to get out of here!
Stop shouting into my ear. I get it. You're angry.
Marcel looked at him. Fritz would just pace away from him with an annoyed growl.
There, I have acquired the lazy man.
Liam walked into the room with Victor, dragging him along by the arm.
Why couldn't people just come to me?
Victor didn't seem too happy, having to move from the little camp he had made on one of the tables in the cafeteria.
Now we just hope Scarlett can get Adriana to come here.
That woman scares me.
Enya was hiding behind me, looking out towards the others. I just stood there silently, allowing her to use me as cover, and that was a great idea, because out of nowhere, we heard a furious roar.
Let's get it over with!
Adriana came stomping in with Scarlett right behind her. The volleyball player sat down in the middle of the room on the ground and stared at Marcel.
This better be worth it, Hat Dork.
Hat Dork?
Scarlett just looked apologetically at Marcel and then stood in the doorway looking at it.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Okay. Good.
Marcel clapped his hands, getting everyone's attention.
Nice for all of us to finally be collected in one place. Again, for those who can't really remember names or faces, I will introduce myself once again. My name is Marcel Ingeator. I am part of the talent program like you, and I presume we are all part of the 27th class. All of us have arrived at this weird place at the same time without any knowledge of coming here. I think the best idea is for us to recount the last thing we all remember before coming here.
Marcel took charge fast. The small talk died down, and all of us gave him our full attention.
Well, for starters...
Marcel pointed at himself, standing up on the rock so everyone could see him.
The last thing I remember was receiving my invitation to join BSTT's 27th class.
Well, I guess it's kind of the same for me. I guess some man came talking to me about joining BSTT and gave me his card. I remember putting it in my breast pocket, but I lost it since then. I thought BSTT was a good opportunity to get more ideas for sale opportunities.
I remember getting talked to by my agent. He said I should join BSTT for an invitation I received. He talked about it being a great way to promote my next content and album.
Okay. Progress. How about we do a tally quickly? Everyone put your hand in the air if your last memories were some sort of invitation to BSTT.
Most of the others raised their hands. Me, Victor, and Astrid all kept our hands down. My last memory was thinking about BSTT while I wasn't an ultimate yet. I think 2 to 3 years ago? But how come I remember I'm an ultimate?
Huh?
Miss Zoe?
She doesn't look so good.
I felt a dread come over me as Enya talked to me.
So, anyone else?
I felt my body shiver. I didn't really think about it until now, but there was a good gap of 2 to 3 years in my memories. I know I'm an ultimate at the 27th class, but my last memory was me walking home from middle school? What's going on? My head felt numb, and I felt a cold sweat build up on the back of my neck once again.
So, you three do not have the same memories as we. Care to elaborate?
Well, memories have never been my strong suit. What can I say? Memories are a waste of energy.
You cannot be serious.
Oh, my dear, I am more than serious.
The two of them have an intense staring contest before Sigrun reluctantly looks at Astrid.
I just remember a bit further than you guys. The last thing I remember was getting in the car to go to school. It wasn't a long drive from my hometown.
Astrid put both of her arms into the air, making her oversized sleeves dangle downwards near the ends.
Zoe?
Everyone turned toward me at Marcel's word, and I felt my voice get caught in my throat. I can't really explain it. Those were all the words I could muster before I felt dread overtake me. My memories were spiraling around.
Miss Zoe?
And you took my hand, and I felt myself calm down slightly. I don't know how to explain it. I know for a fact that I'm part of the class, but between now and my last memory, I guess it's a 2-year gap. I can't fill in anything between that. I couldn't stop hugging myself lightly.
It's okay. Easy now.
Marcel stopped me from talking. Everyone else was looking at me too. Some with confusion, some with empathy, and some with doubt.
So you are telling me that you have no idea what your memories are? That is a bit far-fetched. I would understand if the fear of the situation would inflict mild amnesia. But a whole 2-year gap? You do not think we would believe such a lie.
Her piercing glare landed on me.
Yeah, I don't buy it, Missy. How could you forget so many memories?
Pot calling the kettle black.
Victor pointed at me with his bubble pipe, and I felt more and more people looking at me with doubt. I looked toward Marcel, but even he was looking down at the ground.
Man!
Everyone turned their attention to the middle.
What if she can't remember? What does that matter to you people? Leave the girl be.
Adriana actually backed me up, and I felt relieved, but also confused about why she, of all people, would help me. She sat up, slamming her fist into the ground.
Nothing is gonna change that we're trapped, and she's clearly trapped here with us. So all of you, just shut up.
Why would you defend her?
Fritz pointed at Adriana with an angry look in his eyes.
Shut up, Pipsqueak. I just don't like people ganging up on others.
Yeah, and just because you don't like it, does that mean we have to adjust to the beat of your drum? I think not. Vermin.
Adriana stood up and walked over to Fritz. The two of them stared at each other. Adriana, clearly head taller than Fritz.
Okay.
Marcel stepped in between, pushing them away from each other.
We don't need any fighting in here.
Antoni walked up, trying to get them away from each other too. But right as he stepped up, it happened.
Yes, fighting is not allowed in this school.
The doors suddenly closed behind us, and you could hear a mechanic lock. I looked up at the ceiling as the roof panels slowly separated from each other.
What's going on?
Chuck rushed to the door, slamming his fist into it.
All of you woke up just a bit too quickly. I apologize. I will adjust the dose of toxin correctly this time. I still have some preparations to do, so you all need to go back to your rooms. Time to go to sleep and wake up to the most marvelous of rewards.
Suddenly, green gas leaked out of the panels on the roof, drifting down over the area.
Gas!
Scarlett jumped back, grabbing Enya's hand. She was protecting her. The gas leaked down and hit Zale right in the face. Zale's roar was soon muffled up, and then suddenly, she dropped to the floor.
Finally, some peace and quiet from her.
Zale!
Jack rushed at her.
No, do not.
Sigrun tried to warn him, but Jack hit the green cloud, coughed for a few seconds, and then dropped to the ground.
For someone who usually keeps his cool, that was quite dumb.
All of you are nothing but a bad omen! Elke, move those rocks!
Elke started pushing the rocks in a frenzy. Fritz grasped some rocks himself and tossed them behind him. The gas hit Elke and she fell forward, hitting her face on the ground and falling over.
That looked like it hurt.
Elke! No.
Fritz dropped the rocks in his hand, trying to reach Elke, but he soon found himself surrounded by the gas and then slumped over the rocks himself.
And I thought Zale was the worst.
This is bad!
I started to back up away from the green gas, covering my mouth with my cloak.
Stay away from the fog, everyone! Cover your mouths!
Good advice.
Marcel shouted out, but the gas soon covered more ground. Antoni and Astrid both fell over as they tried to back away. Enigma tried reaching for Astrid, but soon he fell too.
Guys, help!
Luca had been pushed into a corner.
Fool, take my hand.
Sigrun tried to reach out for Luca. She found a corner where the gas hadn't reached yet, but right as she tried to help,
I'm sorry, but this corner is mine.
Sigrun was pushed into the gas by Victor. He grinned, sitting down, covering his mouth with his hand as best as possible.
That was unnecessary.
You fucking...
Sigrun managed to say just these few words before dropping down. The gas enveloped Luca, who tried to reach for Sigrun, but he just dropped next to her.
Enya, wake up!
Scarlett held Enya, who had dropped as she backed away from the fog. She clutched Enya's body only to fall backward and slam against the wall.
Zoe!
Marcel was covering his mouth with his hat. The gas leaked over to us. We looked into the fog to see Liam and Adriana both drop as the mist reached their corner. Victor was already up against the corner he had secured, but his body was against the wall. It seemed like he had inhaled it too.
Marcel!
I called out for him, reaching my hand toward him. He reached out too, but then he seemed to lose balance and fell forward right into me. I felt his weight upon me. I couldn't move at all as the fog slowly drifted down toward me. I shivered in fear as the fog hit me. I only had one whiff of it before my whole body went limp. I could see my vision blur. Am I gonna die? Am I really gonna... I remember who I am. I am Zoe. He was the ultimate judge. I am the ultimate. I am. What happened? Cause my eyes flicked open. I was sitting in a chair in a room. It was almost completely dark, but I could see a faint light from a tiny light bulb dangling from its cord. I tried to move, but felt my arms locked to the chair.
State your name.
What? I was still a bit groggy from waking up.
State your name.
Who are you? My throat felt raspy and hazy. The room felt almost too empty, and the light bulb dangling from side to side was almost hypnotic.
State your name.
I felt my vision grow blurry, and I slowly parted my lips. Zoe Ludex. The sound makes me shake a bit with fear. It didn't come from the other end of the room, or the roof, nor the floor. It came from me. I guided my eyes down to my arm, seeing a bangle tied around it.
Good. Connection established. Welcome to the BSTT Games, Zoe Ludex.
The ties around my arms unlocked and I could stand up. But right as I stood up, the floor under me vanished and I fell. I fell through what felt like a metallic duct, only to land softly. I looked around to see my room from earlier. The room. I stood up and looked at the bangle. A red LED text was displayed on it, slowly drifting across a black screen. It was completely black, tied around my right arm with just the screen on it. And it read, "Please wait for further instructions." What's going on? In a rush of fear, I somehow needed to look at myself again. I entered my bathroom and with fearful eyes, I looked into the mirror, and there I was displayed. I was there. It was still me, yet somehow I felt different. Something in my eyes, my hair, something in the bangle. I felt fear kick into my whole body, but another emotion quickly swallowed the fear. Worry. The others. I rushed for the door and left the room. I pushed it open and was greeted by a view I never thought I would see.
Stop. Uncle. Uncle.
I saw Victor being pushed up against the wall by Sigrun. Marcel was standing a few steps away, trying to stop the fight, while Antoni came rushing down the hall, pushing them away from each other.
No fighting.
Antoni got between them.
He is a pest. He pushed me into that fog.
Sigrun's eyes were burning with anger, and Victor just fell against the wall with a small laugh.
Can you blame me? I just try to survive. If there's one piece that can't be sacrificed, it's the king.
Victor didn't even seem apologetic. He just looked at her with cold eyes. This is the moment I realized something completely crazy. All of us had these bangles on now, but they were tied to different parts of our bodies. I had mine on my left wrist. Marcel had his on his right ring finger. Sigrun had one as an earring. Victor had his as a bangle right before his finger card, making it impossible to remove. And Antoni had his around his neck like a collar. The bangles. They finally realized I was there and turned toward me.
Ah, it's good to see you, Zoe.
Marcel walked towards me, spreading out his arms in his carefree way. I could get a read on his bangle around his finger. The text moved across it too, indicating to wait for further instructions, just like mine.
Not everyone has returned from that place.
Marcel tipped his hat a bit, looking dejected.
Some of the others met up in the cafeteria. Me and Marcel are trying to get everyone to the cafeteria as fast as possible.
Antoni adjusted the collar on his neck. Is that uncomfortable?
It ain't comfortable, that's for sure. I'd have to rethink about collaring my own herd back home. But don't worry about me, Missy. Just get your butt down to the cafeteria.
He gave me a reassuring smile, but I could feel he was trying his best to hang in there like everyone else. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
Oh, Victor, you should stay with us. I don't feel comfortable leaving you alone with Sigrun.
Marcel nodded. Victor didn't object and just sat down on the ground again. Sigrun huffed and walked towards the tree in the distance.
See you around, Zoe.
Marcel waved to me, and I walked with Sigrun. She didn't say anything, but just kept this angry look in her eyes. I turned the corner and headed for the cafeteria, and when I entered, I saw who was present.
Ah, if it isn't my companion in fighting crime, the great Zoe. I shall formally welcome you back to the world of the living. Gracefully accept this greeting!
Luca was wearing a big smile as I came in. His bangle was attached as another armband to his collection.
Good to see you awake.
Adriana gave me a side glance. Her bangle was attached, like a headband over her own sweatband.
Miss Ludex.
Liam was there too, with the big smile. His bangle was part of his bow tie. The tie itself was still fabric and LED, but the part going around his neck was now the bangle. Another collar. Mine was just attached to my arm. Seeing it attached to their throats made me uncomfortable at just a glance. I turned my gaze to the last student. Elke! I looked at the twin. She looked at me with a small smile. Her bangle was an ankle chain, specifically around her left.
Hello. Sorry I didn't properly introduce myself before.
She stood up and gave me a formal bow.
You don't say, girlie. I don't understand how such a proper and nice girl like you could cover the same place as the little devil of a brother of yours.
I'm sorry for my brother. He can get slightly intense. Though, I must be honest, his worries are slightly justified. See what happened to us?
Elke pointed at her bangle. The others fell silent, all fiddling with their own.
Well, it was only a matter of time before those fiends suppressed my power with such an item. Else I would have incinerated the boulders.
I'm so used to wearing a headband that this isn't even annoying.
Adriana flicked her headband.
Only 9 of us have come back. I imagine all of you were in a room with a gold voice as well.
Yeah, it kept asking me to tell me my name. It really did bring me the shivers.
Well, for now, it seems we can only wait. I presume that something will happen when all of us are collected once more.
Sigrun pointed at her earring, showing that the text, "Wait for further instructions," also slowly drifted across her earring.
Whatever's going on, it ain't normal.
I guess we just have to hope everyone's okay. I looked at Adriana, who rolled her eyes. I then turned my attention toward the doors as they opened, and a few others stepped into the room. Astrid, Enya, and Fritz. Astrid had her bangle as the straps on her flip-flops. Fritz had his on his right ankle, and Enya had hers as the straps for her backpack, forcing her to wear it.
Fritz!
Elke, at the sight of her brother, ran towards Fritz. The twins hugged.
Ah, you are okay, Elke.
Now that I looked closer, it did look like Elke had a bruise on her forehead from when she fell on the rocks.
Hello, people!
Astrid walked toward us with a big smile and a wave of her hand.
You seem upbeat, forecaster.
Indeed, her power of optimism is unrivaled by any. You shan't see her falter to sadness just because of some trifle like a nap.
Luca posed again, pointing at Astrid.
Yeah, it is what it is. We can't change what's going on, so we'd better just accept it.
Has anyone else made themselves known?
Well, Antoni, Marcel, and Victor are down the hall, but I haven't seen anyone else. I placed a finger on my chin and then looked at Sigrun. That means we're just missing 4 people, right? Sigrun nodded and turned toward me.
The merchant, the smith, the unknown person.
Enigma!
Yes. The enigma and then the adventurer, right?
So, Miss Scarlett isn't back.
Enya turned toward us, a weary look in her eyes.
I'm worried about her.
Triss showed up on the screen.
That's right. She tried to protect you, didn't she?
Everything's gonna be okay. No need to worry. We just need to wait a bit longer.
Elke, your forehead.
Fritz looked at his sister, softly placing his hand on the bruise.
Don't worry, I'll recover in good time.
I couldn't stop smiling, looking at them. They have such a lovely bond.
Wait.
All of us turned our attention to Sigrun.
Well, what is it?
All of us were tasked with stating our names when placed in that room, correct?
That is correct.
Fritz concluded with a nod, turning his full attention to Sigrun.
Well, what about the unknown person? Will it be able to state its name?
Sigrun turned to Astrid, who looked right back at her and then froze up.
You mean I might not be saying any name?
All of us turned towards the door everyone came in from.
Enigma has a real name, but refuses to give people its name. That might mean it's in trouble.
Liam walked towards the door.
Pardon me for a moment. I shall go and forward this information to the others.
Liam ran out of the room as fast as he could. Astrid ran after him, leaving with him.
She seemed worried.
It seems even her optimism can be broken.
Is Enigma gonna be okay, Zoe?
I am scared.
We can only hope so. A few minutes passed as we waited.
Guys!
We heard the doors open, and the rest of the people came walking in. Jack, Zale, Enigma, and Scarlett were with them.
Is everyone okay?
Scarlett asked as she came walking in. Her bangle replaced the string on her necklace. Jack had his around his functioning arm as an upper arm strap, Zale having a similar one around her left arm, and Enigma had its bangle in the form of a lock for its helmet.
Man, that took forever.
The bangle was tight around his human arm as he rolled his shoulder, seemingly annoyed.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Enigma is okay, guys!
I am indeed okay.
How did you pass the machine's trial?
It is of no concern to you.
Yeah! The the important thing is that it's here! This is great!
She was zooming around next to Enigma, who as always was very stoic.
Woo! Happy to see everyone's unscathed.
Scarlett smiled brightly. Enya walked up to her and hugged her. Scarlett hugged back.
And that's everyone. Just to set things straight, all of us woke up in a room, strapped to a chair. We stated our name and thus our bangles activated. A few seconds later, we fell through the floor and landed in our respective rooms. Any differing experiences?
Everyone exchanged glances. It seems no one had an objection.
Good. At least we're on the same page.
So, what now? It just tells us to wait for further instructions, but...
Suddenly, the wall panels of the cafeteria moved to the side, and speakers popped out.
What the actual fuck?
All of us turned to the bangles. Those who couldn't get a good view of their own just turned towards someone else.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
That was all it said.
Finally, something's happening.
Can someone turn off this lame-ass music?
It's echoing from the speakers.
Marcel said, pointing to speakers that had just come out of the walls.
I kind of dig it, you know? Pretty groovy.
Liam started shuffling a bit to the rhythm.
Of course, the simpleton musician loves this music.
Fritz looked around, and then down at his own bangle.
Something new.
After he said that, all of us turned to our bangles. I read mine, and a dreadful, eerie feeling crept down my neck. Welcome to your new life. Assemble in the gym.
New life?
Does it refer to our life at BSTT? If this is some weird plan by the school, then I ain't finding it funny.
Well, let's go!
Ashton walked towards the door.
Coming, Master.
Wait, are we just blindly following these stupid instructions?
Well, either follow along or stay here. What else is there to do?
Victor left the room.
For now, let's just do as it says. We'll hopefully get some answers soon.
The rest of us nodded and followed along. We left the cafeteria, passed the tree, and walked through the school's halls.
The music is also out here. What a creepy melody.
Well, it is a beat, at least.
Enigma's helmet formed into a smile.
Ooh, yeah, I'm kinda digging it too now.
Astrid was hopping along.
What a fun person!
Something is seriously wrong with you.
Fritz raised his eyebrow at the two, and before we knew it, we entered the gym. A giant banner was hung up in the room, spelling out the word, welcome.
So, it's just a welcome party?
Scarlett asked out loud. The rest of us walked towards the banner, and when we all had fully entered the room, the music cut off, and a dreadful clicking sound could be heard behind us. The door locked.
The door!
Jack dashed toward it and grabbed it, pulling on the handle, but it didn't budge a millimeter.
Man, I knew something fishy was going on.
Better not be another gas attack.
Adriana charged towards the door, fist first.
Strong people, give me a hand!
Jack shouted. Antoni, Adriana, and Enigma ran toward him. Antoni and Jack readied their fists. Adriana readied her palms, and Enigma spun around and attempted to kick.
That was loud.
Enya hid behind Scarlett the moment the four body parts collided with the door, making a loud sound echo through the gym.
Did it work?
It didn't budge.
Can anyone see a way out?
No, if we had a way out, we wouldn't be trapped here!
What are we gonna do?
Guys? I think you should have a look at your bangles.
I looked down at mine to see that the red text now displayed a countdown. 20, 19, 18.
What does this mean?
Liam backed off, looking down at his bow tie.
Just stay calm. We're gonna be okay.
5, 4, 3.
I closed my eyes as I heard Victor's counting.
2, 1. Boom.
All the lights in the room were turned off.
Hey, what's going on?
I heard a few frantic voices in the dark, but so many people were talking at the same time. I couldn't tell who said what.
Welcome, my dear students.
I looked up to see a giant LED screen turn on. On the screen was a line of small yellow cubes made of pixels.
I am the Surveillance and Network Telecommunicate and Reconnaissance Unit, also known as S1N-T3R.
The pixels vibrated up and down in sound waves as the voice echoed. I was speechless, horrified, but I couldn't even scream. I could only watch.
But you can call me Sinister.
The moment those words echoed in my ears, the once yellow pixels turned completely red.
I don't care who you are. Let us out of here, you oversized toaster.
The screen's pixels turned back to yellow.
I will let you leave the gym in but a moment. I just have to explain the simple rules of your stay here. I am your teacher, headmaster, and school counselor, Sinister.
As he announced that, a bit of confetti shot over the walls. I couldn't even comprehend what was happening anymore.
I am here to make sure you have a lovely life within BSTT's walls. But first, here are the rules.
The screen turned black, and in a moment, the pixel human appeared on the screen, waving its arms up and down happily next to the BSTT logo, a tree encircled in vines.
Rule number 1. You are to stay within BSTT's walls for the rest of your life, or until you graduate from this establishment.
Graduate?
I will get to that in a moment, Miss Mentior.
The screen said, it knew our names. Has it been watching this whole time? The image vanished, and on the screen appeared the same human now holding a magnifying glass.
Rule number 2. Feel free to explore as much of BSTT as possible, within the limited areas that are available to you.
Limited areas?
The screen turned black again. Next, there was an image of a pixel human hitting a vase and breaking it. Then, a big X appeared over it.
Rule number 3. You are not allowed to damage school property, with the exception of an attempted graduation.
Mentioning graduation again.
The screen turned black once again, and this time, an image of the human touching a tree was X'd over.
Rule number 4. You are not allowed to touch or harm the World Tree located in the dormitory plaza.
The fake tree?
Zale scratched her hair, confused. The screen turned black, and once again turned on, to show a clock that kept spinning its arms around.
Rule number 5. Nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. every day. Daytime is from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. At 7 a.m. there will be food provided in the cafeteria, and once again at 6 p.m. If you are hungry at other times, you are free to make your own food.
But we aren't going to stay here.
The screen turned black once again, then turned completely red.
Are you sure about that?
I shuddered at the scene. The screen turned black, and then back to another rule. It showed a human stepping out of a door and then exploding into pixels.
Rule number 6. Leaving school grounds unless you have graduated is strictly forbidden and will be punished accordingly.
Punished?
Yes, of course. I'm referring to the annihilation of your school life.
So all we have to do is break a rule to get out?
Adriana ran toward a nearby seat and grabbed it.
Don't!
Adriana broke it in half.
There! Now let me go!
An eerie silence took over the room.
Ha, 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 ha.
I'm scared.
By annihilation of school life, I could also say annihilation of your own life.
I felt sweat run down my neck. The moment after, I couldn't describe the feeling in my body. I heard a loud sound, like an explosion or metal dropping. A whirlwind of air shot past me, and I turned around to look at Adriana. She was up against the wall with blood leaking down her cheek and neck. There was smoke coming from the wall behind her. A bullet had cut across the ear, making her bleed.
It seems I've gotten your attention now. I will let that one rule break pass, because I'm a forgiving headmaster, and I know that kids have to revolt at least once.
Emotion overload! Emotion overload!
All of us panicked. Antoni ran toward Adriana to help her, along with Marcel.
Good. Fear. Panic. Understand the consequences of your actions.
I turned towards Sinister again.
Now, can I continue with the rules?
Are you okay?
Marcel grabbed the side of her head.
That damn fucking machine shot me!
Can I continue?
Sigrun looked up.
Yes, continue.
The screen turned black, and once I came back online, I felt every fiber of my being succumb to fear. What I saw was a pixel human stabbing another with a knife.
Rule number 7. If you want to leave this school, you have to graduate. Graduation is only given to a student who is able to kill another student and get away with a murder during a class trial.
The voice explained it so casually, but all of us seemed to forget to breathe for a moment. Even Adriana, who grunted in pain, seemed to stop for a moment and look at the screen.
Murder?
Yes. Bludgeoning, frying, stabbing, choking, poisoning, gas, impaling, strangling, pushing, pulling, and whatever you can figure out. If you are able to kill another one of your classmates and get away with the murder by not being discovered during a class trial, then you are allowed to leave the school and graduate.
I felt my legs give way under me, and I fell down on the ground.
Now, for the rules of the class trial.
The screen displayed 3 sets of eyes.
Rule number 8. When 3 people have laid their eyes upon a body, an announcement will play out. This will allow everyone else to locate where the body has been discovered. From the moment this announcement plays, time will be allotted for you to investigate the murder at your own pace.
The screen turned off, and then turned on again to show 6 people standing in a circle, each at their own podium.
Rule number 9. When time is up, we will all meet at a class trial where you try to uncover who committed the crime. This person will be referred to as the Blackened, and the rest will be spotless. This will always end in a vote when a set time has passed.
The screen turned black, and this time, it showed a pair of weights, with 15 on one side and 1 on the other.
Rule number 10. If the Blackened is identified, they shall be punished alone for disturbing our peaceful school life. Punishment means the annihilation of your school life, and after that, we can all return to a peaceful school life. But if the Blackened isn't found out, everyone else shall be punished for failing the trial, and the Blackened will be let out of the school through graduation.
The screen turned black and then turned back into the yellow line.
This is too much!
Elke fell to her knees.
You want us to kill each other?
This can't be serious. This has to be some shitty joke.
You can't expect us to do that!
I do not expect you to do that, Zale.
What?
I expect us all to have a beautiful school life within BSTT's walls. But if you really want to leave the grounds, you know how to. Now, let the beautiful school life of BSTT begin.
Confetti shot out of the walls once again. The smell of gunpowder, paired with the worried voices of my friends, was too much for me.
Now, let us do roll call. I will call upon each of your names and introduce each one of you, so you really get to know each other. Please stand still.
All of us froze up in fear of being shot. I just sat on the ground. The lights turned off again, and the spotlight opened up and hit Marcel.
Marcel Ingeator, Ultimate Agency Scout, native French.
The light moved on. One by one, he called each of us.
Antoni Equus, Ultimate Wrangler, native Polish. Zale Adastor, Ultimate Merchant, native Greek. Sigrun Ars, Ultimate Scientist, native Icelandic. Unknown, Ultimate Enigma, native Unknown. Enya Hammond, Ultimate AI Programmer, native Irish. Liam Charleston, Ultimate Electro Swing Composer, native Welsh. Jack Vulcan, Ultimate Smith, native Scottish. Elke Gemini Mentior, Ultimate Actress, native German. Fritz Gemini Praece, Ultimate Director, native German. Scarlett Iter, Ultimate Adventurer, native Australian, exchange student. Victor Knightley, Ultimate Chess Player, native Bulgarian. Adriana Spike, Ultimate Volleyball Player, native Spanish. Luca Sanctus, Ultimate Paranormal Investigator, Native Italian. Astrid Kalem, Ultimate Meteorologist, Native Swedish.
And as it finished, the light shined upon me.
Zoe Ludex, Ultimate Judge, Native Swiss.
The light shined so brightly. I looked at them one by one. The sounds, the smell, the confusion, and the fear. It just became too much. Everything became too much. My eyes closed. I felt my body drop. And I passed out.
Hello people, Salfamore here. Thank you so much for watching the final part of Danganronpa Long-lasting Limbo's prologue. It is fully out now. Throughout the process, I figured out a few kinks that needs to be fixed for the next episode, so take the prologue as a trial version and we will only improve from here. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every single voice actor who participated in this. You have your credits in the end and it's always a joy to spend time with you guys. These guys are seriously amazing and you should go down in the description and check out all of their links. They are fantastic. Next, the artist once more, who made the beautiful art. Remember to check them out in the description as well. They are really cool. Then there's the music. I will always suggest to go look up Psycho's music in the description. He created the Fangan track, but also a lot of other music that is incredible. I've worked with him for many years, known him for many years, and he is just fantastic. So, we finally reached the end of the prologue, so the question is, what happens now? Well, I have 3 things. First and foremost, we are working on chapter 1. The script is mostly done, but we still need to edit a few things. I learned a lot of do's and don'ts in working on the prologue, so hopefully the script for chapter 1 will be 100% better than the prologue. The next chapter will also go from start of chapter 1 till the body discovery announcement, meaning that chapter 1 will be separated into 2 parts. First part will be the daily life and the second part will be the deadly life. So the next episode will 100% end with what's it called? The body discovery announcement. You will know the first victim. Next up, the next part that I have is that we are opening a new CCC edition where it will open up today. It should already be up as this premiere goes live, but it is for the mysterious cast that Zoe mentions when she blacks out in the middle of this third part. Lastly, I would suggest you join the community server if you want to interact with me and the voice actors, and if you want to talk about the Fangan and all. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and speculations about the story. Long-lasting Limbo is a passion project, and I couldn't do it without the amazing VAs in my crew. I'm so fucking grateful for all of them. But yeah, come join the Discord. We might make a few skits or small stories in between chapters. We might make goofy videos and other things. It is for the future to see. Right now, all of us just needs a quick break, I think. But for now, I hope you subscribed and joined the Discord, and then I will see you all in the next episode of Danganronpa Long-lasting Limbo. Bye!